Yeah, well, there is no denial about receiving the gifts. But as far as the criminal history and the crime which Sukesh Chandrashekar has committed, she has been denying all through. When ED questioned her, initially she said that she is not aware who Sukesh Chandrashekar is. But later on, the ED got hold of certain call data records. Certain witnesses also testified before the ED that Jacqueline Fernandez was given gifts by Sukesh Chandrashekar, and that is when Jacqueline Fernandez accepted this part that she was receiving gifts from Sukesh Chandrashekar. In a media statement, she claims that she is also a victim of Sukesh Chandrashekar. She was not aware what he is up to, and because she was receiving gifts, she becomes the beneficiary of proceeds of crime. So as far as her questioning is concerned, certainly she has been denying her involvement in the extortion, but as far as the receiving of gifts are concerned, she has not denied, and that makes her suspect in the case. That makes her a potential beneficiary of proceeds of crime. So far, ED has attached assets worth more than 7.27 crore, but it is very possible that in few months more such attachments will be done by the Enforcement Directorate, because they are still identifying certain gift items which were given by Sukesh Chandrashekar. The estimated amount as so far is 10.27 crore, but it is likely, and sources are telling India Today, that she has received gifts worth more than 10 crore rupees.
As far as the investigations in this case is concerned, Munish, take us to the details of what the ED has found up until now, given that the close associates of Sukesh Chandrashekar, actors, and their involvement in this case is being looked at very closely as well. This includes the role of Noora Fatehi as well.
Yeah, well, Sneha, as far as this entire case is concerned, remember Sukesh Chandrashekar is a conman who was lodged in a Delhi jail. While he was in jail, between May 2020 to June 2021, he made spoof calls to a wife of a businessman. The man was already lodged in jail. He claimed through the calls that he will help her husband in getting out and securing bail. When he was calling through the spoof calls, he impersonated as a Prime Minister, an officer from Prime Minister office, from the Law Ministry, from the Home Ministry. Through these spoof calls, he extorted 215 crore rupees within 1 year. And ED was the one who unearthed this entire scam. When he was arrested, later on, the ED got to know that he is someone who is gifting certain Bollywood personalities expensive gifts. Initially, they got to know about Noora Fatehi, who was gifted a BMW car and an iPhone. Later, ED got to know that he has also gifted Jacqueline Fernandez gift items worth more than 10 crore rupees. And these gift items includes diamond jewelry, a horse, there are Persian cats which were gifted, there are crockery sets, you name it, and everything was gifted by Sukesh Chandrashekar. Also, ED claims that there were cars which were gifted to Jacqueline Fernandez's parents, mother, father. There were funds given to Jacqueline Fernandez's brother and sister. So these gift items were given by Sukesh Chandrashekar, and this was the same money which Sukesh was extorting from a victim through spoof calls. Apart from that, there are 3 other Bollywood celebrities who were also, Sukesh was in process to con them also, and he had also approached Bhumi Pednekar, Sara Ali Khan, and Janhvi Kapoor. It is still not clear whether they were gifted some expensive gifts or not, but certainly they were approached by Sukesh Chandrashekar. So this modus operandi of Sukesh was to extort money from a businessman and then spend those money on her personal lifestyle and on Bollywood celebrities.
The ED has attached property worth 7 crore rupees, and this in connection with Jacqueline Fernandez's possible involvement with conman Sukesh Chandrashekar. That's the story we're getting at this hour. The ED is very closely looking at the role of Jacqueline Fernandez and whether she was also a beneficiary when it came to proceeds of a crime. Remember, conman Sukesh Chandrashekar and his wife were involved allegedly in an extortion case, in a 200 crore extortion case in connection with the businessman in Delhi. The ED is looking into the role of close associates of Sukesh Chandrashekar, including Jacqueline Fernandez, Noura Fatehi and the other actors. The investigations continue. What has the ED found is what Munish in fact is telling us about. But the most important piece of information we're getting at this hour is about the ED attaching assets of actor Jacqueline Fernandez. The heat of the Enforcement Directorate now on Jacqueline over Conman Sukesh's possible link with Jacqueline Fernandez, and assets worth 7.27 crore rupees have just been attached by the ED. Munish continues to be with us for more details on that. Jacqueline, meanwhile, Munish has so far denied any role and also has not spoken about being in a romantic relationship with Sukesh Chandrashekar. And this is opposite of what Sukesh essentially has indicated, isn't it? We'll just reconnect with Munish Pandey, tracking all of those details for us in a bit from now. Remember, we're getting you details of the ED attaching assets of actor Jacqueline Fernandez. ED heat on Jacqueline over Conman Sukesh's link with her. Did Jacqueline Fernandez then get the benefit or get the proceeds of the crime? The crime in question here is the extortion of 200 crore rupees in which Sukesh Chandrashekar is allegedly involved along with his wife, and this extortion was done in Delhi essentially. The ED today has attached the properties and assets of Jacqueline Fernandez, who is known to be extremely close to Sukesh Chandrashekar, though she is denied being in a relationship with him. However, she has also told the investigators that she was in fact friends and that she did receive gifts from Sukesh Chandrashekar, but was not aware of any extortion racket that Sukesh Chandrashekar was running. The ED in the past has questioned Jacqueline Fernandez and also another actor, Noura Fatehi, in connection with their links with conman Sukesh Chandrashekar. Big story you're getting at this hour. The Enforcement Directorate attaching assets worth 7 crore rupees. This is the assets belonging to Jacqueline Fernandez, well-known actor, who in fact has been questioned by the ED in the past several times in connection with what she knows about the extortion racket that was being run by conman Sukesh Chandrashekar. Today, the ED has attached Jacqueline's assets worth 7 crore rupees. The ED in the past has questioned other actors as well, like Noura Fatehi, on why they received gifts from conman Sukesh Chandrashekar. The ED has attached the assets of actor Jacqueline. The heat on Jacqueline Fernandez over her connection with conman Sukesh Chandrashekar. These are assets worth 7.27 crores that have been attached by the ED today. Gifts worth 5 crore rupees were given to Jacqueline. The ED says Sukesh also gave money to Jacqueline's family members, including her sisters. So why was Sukesh Chandrashekar then giving these gifts to Jacqueline Fernandez and Noura Fatehi, and whether they knew that Sukesh was involved in extortion, was actually running an extortion racket? These are questions that have been asked to Jacqueline Fernandez in the past as well, when the ED did question her. In fact, the ED has been looking at the role of others as well when it comes to their possible involvement with conman Sukesh Chandrashekar. Jacqueline in the past has spoken about the fact that she knew nothing of Sukesh Chandrashekhar's involvement in an extortion racket, saying that she was friends with Sukesh Chandrashekar and hence received those gifts. The ED has attached assets worth 7 crore rupees belonging to actor Jacqueline Fernandez. We'll go across to Munish Pandey for more details on that story. But remember, this has got to do with jailed conman Sukesh Chandrashekar, who was in the past defended Jacqueline Fernandez as well, given that the ED was questioning her, looking at her possible role, her involvement with Sukesh Chandrashekar, and whether she knew that he was involved in fact in an extortion racket. Sukesh Chandrashekar has showered Jacqueline Fernandez with gifts. The ED obviously wants to know about the role of Jacqueline Fernandez, on why she took these gifts from conman Sukesh Chandrashekar, and whether she was aware of the fact that he was running an extortion racket. The Jacqueline Fernandez Sukesh Chandrashekar saga really refuses to end. Conman Sukesh Chandrashekar continues to be in jail and has in fact said that Jacqueline was given these gifts out of pure love, is something that he said in the past. He's also in fact spoken about the fact that he was in a relationship with Jacqueline Fernandez, something that the actor has vehemently denied. Whether Jacqueline had a role in any of these money laundering activities or not is the question that the ED has been asking for days together. Munish Pandey is with us for more on that. Munish, what next when it comes to the investigations and the possible involvement of actors like Jacqueline Fernandez and Noura Fatehi?
Yeah, well, Sneha, Jacqueline Fernandez is not a witness in the case. She is not an attendee. She is a suspect in the case, and the ED officials have not given her a clean sheet because of her possible involvement in the entire crime. So far, it is clear that she is the one who was receiving gifts from Sukesh Chandrashekar. She has received gifts worth more than 10 crore rupees. That is the allegation from the Enforcement Directorate. And as of now, her properties worth more than 7.27 crore rupees have been attached by the Enforcement Directorate. But whether she will be made accused in the case, the ED has not decided yet. Certainly, it is very clear that she was involved with Sukesh Chandrashekar. In a media statement, Jacqueline Fernandez denied knowing Sukesh Chandrashekar. She said that she is a victim of Sukesh. But so far, ED claims that they are not in a position to give her a clean sheet, and that is why there is a ban on her travel outside India. It is very likely that in coming days, Jacqueline Fernandez will be once again called by the Enforcement Directorate for questioning, and after that questioning, they will decide that whether Jacqueline Fernandez will be made witness in the case or accused in the case. Apart from Jacqueline Fernandez, Noura Fatehi was also questioned by the Enforcement Directorate. But what is important here is to point out that Noura Fatehi is a witness in the case. And she is the one who received a car. She is the one who received an iPhone. But she received those gift items in exchange of performance for Sukesh Chandrashekhar's wife's salon. So her role is very clear that she is the one who received gifts, but it was in exchange of a performance. But as far as Jacqueline Fernandez is concerned, she has not been able to justify that why she was being gifted so many expensive gift items from Sukesh Chandrashekar. And Sukesh is the one who has a criminal history. He has over 32 cases against him, and the recent one is an extortion case of more than 215 crore rupees.
Yeah. Absolutely. In that sense, Munish, she continues to be a person of interest, but that could change as investigations go on. Sukesh Chandrashekar has spoken about their romantic relationship, though Jacqueline continues to maintain that she was duped. She was a victim in all of this, isn't it?
Jacqueline has been claiming that she is a victim in the case, and Sukesh Chandrashekar wrote multiple letters to media through his lawyer in which he claimed that he was dating Jacqueline Fernandez. He was romantically involved into it, and his private life should be, should be respected. Media should not jump into the entire controversy. As far as Jacqueline is concerned, Sukesh has made it very clear that he was romantically involved with Jacqueline Fernandez, and Jacqueline Fernandez is a very good friend of Sukesh Chandrashekar. But as far as Jacqueline Fernandez is concerned, she had denied all the allegations of Sukesh Chandrashekar. She has claimed that she was never romantically involved with the conman. She was not aware what Sukesh Chandrashekar is up to. Her only crime was to receiving these expensive gifts from Sukesh Chandrashekar, and she was not aware where Sukesh is getting money from. She also claims that she is a victim in this entire, controversy. Sukesh Chandrashekar has conned her also. But as far as the investigators are concerned, they are saying one thing is very clear. Sukesh was gifting Jacqueline Fernandez. Jacqueline was receiving those gifts worth crores without asking any question. If you are receiving expensive gifts worth more than crore, certainly you will ask that why are you gifting me so many expensive gifts? Otherwise, no person will, get such amount of expensive gift. But Jacqueline was receiving, and that is the crime she has committed. She has become beneficiary of proceeds of crime, and that is why she is under scanner of Enforcement Directorate. As of now, properties worth more than 7.27 crore rupees of Jacqueline have been attached, but in coming days, it is very possible that properties worth crores of Jacqueline Fernandez will be attached once again, because the total amount of gifts, worth of the total amount of gifts which Jacqueline received from Sukesh is over 10 crore rupees. This is as per the Enforcement Directorate assessment.
Yes, also, what's interesting, and this is something that ED is looking at, Munish, is also the manner in which Sukesh Chandrashekar not just got involved with Jacqueline Fernandez and Noura Fatehi, showering them with gifts, but also approached other Bollywood actors as well.
Yep. As far as Sukesh is concerned, one thing is very interesting is that he was the one who was making spoof calls to the victim and extorting money. He impersonated as an officer from Prime Minister office, officer from Home Ministry and Law Ministry. But even after extorting crores of rupees, he was spending on two things. One, the Bollywood actresses, and the second was on himself. When he was given bail from a court in Delhi, he took a chartered flight to Chennai, and he spent almost 8 to 10 crore rupees for those chartered flights. As far as the actresses are concerned, he is the one who gifted Jacqueline Fernandez gifts worth more than 10 crore rupees. There were gifts given to Noura Fatehi. He also approached Bhumi Pednekar, Sara Ali Khan, and Janhvi Kapoor. And the ED officials claim that his intention was very clear to befriend those Bollywood actresses. So he was trying to befriend the Bollywood actresses. And as far as Jacqueline is concerned, she is the one who came into trap of Sukesh Chandrashekar, and later on, now she is a potential suspect in the case.
A potential suspect in this case. This is an India Today exclusive. The information we're getting at this hour through Munish Pandey is that assets worth 700 crores belonging to Jacqueline Fernandez has now been attached. Several times in the past, Munish, Jacqueline Fernandez has been questioned by the ED, including being stopped at the Mumbai airport once. Do take us to the details of what has really transpired in those hours of interrogation that the ED had with Jacqueline Fernandez.
Yeah, well, since last year, on multiple occasions, the Enforcement Directorate has questioned Jacqueline Fernandez. She was summoned, and during her questioning, what I have got from my sources within the Enforcement Directorate, that in the first statement, she denied any connection with Sukesh Chandrashekar. And how ED got to know about possible involvement of Jacqueline Fernandez is when they were investigating the money trail. The money which was being extorted by Sukesh Chandrashekar, there was an amount of rupees 15 lakh which was given to a script writer. And that script writer was questioned by the Enforcement Directorate. She is the one who told that that money was received on behalf of Jacqueline Fernandez, and that is why Jacqueline Fernandez came under scanner of Enforcement Directorate. In first statement, she denied, but later on, when ED got to know about the money trail and the amount of gifts she was receiving from Sukesh Chandrashekar, it made the entire case very interesting. And the investigators were also shocked to know about the amounts of gifts she was receiving from Sukesh Chandrashekar. In overall, almost 4 to 5 months, she received gifts worth more than 10 crore rupees. And in the second statement, which was recorded by the Enforcement Directorate, she gave little details of the gifts which were received by Jacqueline Fernandez. She also told the investigators that she is not aware, and she was never aware that what Sukesh Chandrashekar is up to. She was not aware of the criminal history, and that is why she came in trap of Sukesh Chandrashekar. So in overall, she has been claiming that she has been duped by Sukesh Chandrashekar, but the investigators say that even if she was not aware, because she has received gifts worth more than crores of rupees.
Okay, we'll just go back to Munish in a bit from now. Munish is getting us all of those details of Jacqueline Fernandez's possible involvement with Sukesh Chandrashekar. Did she know about his criminal history, about his criminal background? The ED is looking into all aspects of the case involving Conman Sukesh Chandrashekar and the extortion racket that he was running. Jacqueline Fernandez, remember, was given several expensive gifts by Sukesh Chandrashekar. Today, the ED has attached assets worth 7 crore rupees belonging to Jacqueline Fernandez, and this is a big India Today exclusive this Saturday afternoon. The ED has attached assets worth 7 crores belonging to actor Jacqueline Fernandez in an extortion case. Her role is being looked at very closely, and so is the role of Nora Fatehi, who is a witness in this case. Jacqueline Fernandez, however, continues to be a person of interest when it comes to this entire extortion matter. Munish is back with us for more on that. Munish, in fact, you did mention that Jacqueline is not a witness. Her case is very different from that of Nora Fatehi's. Directorate has attached assets worth 7 crore rupees belonging to Jacqueline Fernandez. This in the extortion case against Conman Sukesh Chandrashekar. The attached assets include fixed deposit worth 7.12 crore rupees. The ED in fact has said that Sukesh had given gifts worth 5 crore rupees to Jacqueline Fernandez using the same extorted money. He had also in fact given money to a close family member of Jacqueline Fernandez, is what the ED says. Remember, Sukesh Chandrashekar is currently involved in a 5-year-old cheating case involving a political leader, TTV Dinakaran. He was placed under arrest by the ED on the 4th of April in relation to this case. Meanwhile, last year he was also arrested by the ED for extorting over 200 crore rupees from a Delhi businessman's wife. He had then managed to convince the wife of this Delhi-based businessman that he was an official of the Home Ministry. The ED has attached assets worth 7 crore rupees belonging to actor Jacqueline Fernandez in connection with the 200 crore extortion scam that her friend Sukesh Chandrashekar has found himself embroiled in. Remember, the ED last year had arrested Conman Sukesh Chandrashekar in the 215 crore extortion case. Sukesh Chandrashekar has been accused of extorting over 200 crores from a Delhi businessman's wife by impersonating as an official from the Home Ministry. Jacqueline Fernandez's role had been looked into very closely. She continues to be a person of interest. However, she's come ahead and said that she was duped by Sukesh Chandrashekar, she was not involved with him, and that she knew nothing about his criminal background. Not just that, the ED is also looking into Sukesh Chandrashekhar's involvement with other actors like Nora Fatehi, and also the manner in which he tried to lure other actors in the Hindi film industry. The ED has today attached assets worth 7 crore rupees belonging to Jacqueline Fernandez. This in the extortion case against Conman Sukesh Chandrashekar. The attached assets include fixed deposits worth 7.12 crores under Jacqueline Fernandez. The ED has estimated that Sukesh had given gifts worth over 5 crore rupees to Jacqueline Fernandez using the extorted money. He had also given funds to one of the family members of Jacqueline Fernandez, is what the ED has said. Sukesh, remember, is currently involved in a 5-year-old cheating case, and this involves politician TTV Dinakaran. Last year, he was arrested by the ED in connection with an extortion case, and this involved extortion of 215 crore rupees from the wife of a Delhi-based businessman. Sukesh Chandrashekar had convinced the wife of this Delhi-based businessman that he was in fact an official from the Home Ministry and that he would help in securing the bail of the Delhi businessman who in fact is in jail. Well, that's the reason why the wife of the Delhi businessman had in fact given this money to Sukesh Chandrashekar. Munish is back with us for more details on that. Yes, Munish.
Yeah, well, Sneha, what we have learned from our sources is that assets worth more than 7.27 crore of Jacqueline Fernandez has been attached by the Enforcement Directorate, which includes, fixed deposit worth more than 7.12 crore. As far as the officials are concerned, what they are claiming that as of now, they have estimated that Jacqueline Fernandez received gifts from Sukesh Chandrashekar, the Conman worth more than 5.71 crore. And apart from that, there were also funds given to Jacqueline Fernandez's family members, which includes around 1.5 crore rupees. So in overall, the ED has estimated that Jacqueline Fernandez has so far received gifts worth more than 7.27 crore, and amount that the very same amount has been attached by the Enforcement Directorate. As far as Jacqueline Fernandez's role is concerned, remember, she is not an accused in the case, but she is a potential suspect, and that is why she is under scanner of the Enforcement Directorate. The ED is planning to question Jacqueline Fernandez once again, and after her questioning, they will be deciding whether she should be made a witness in the case or she should be made accused in the case. Now, as far as this entire attachment is concerned, this is under Prevention of Money Laundering Act, and what ED is claiming at this point of time is that because she is a beneficiary of proceeds of crime, that is extorted money, they need to recover this money, and in order to recover that money, properties of Jacqueline Fernandez have been attached. Yeah.
Several times in the past, like we were talking about, she has been questioned by the ED, including being stopped at the Mumbai airport once. Take us through the details of what she has said during the course of these investigations.
Yeah, well, Jacqueline Fernandez is under scanner of the Enforcement Directorate since August last year, when the ED unearthed this entire scam. When Jacqueline Fernandez was first questioned by the Enforcement Directorate, she claimed during her questioning that she is a victim in the case, and Sukesh Chandrashekar has conned her also. But when ED got hold of certain statements, especially a statement of an accused named Pinky Irani, when she was questioned, she is the one who claimed that Sukesh Chandrashekar had tasked her to get contact details of Jacqueline Fernandez. Later on, she is the one who approached Jacqueline Fernandez, and gifts worth more than crores of rupees were given to Jacqueline Fernandez just to make sure that she becomes friend with Sukesh Chandrashekar. Now, Jacqueline Fernandez, in the month of January 2021, that is the time when she for the first time spoke to Sukesh Chandrashekar, and later on in the next 5 months, gifts worth more than 10 crore rupees were gifted to Jacqueline Fernandez. When Jacqueline Fernandez was recently questioned by the Enforcement Directorate, she gave the details of the gifts which received from Sukesh Chandrashekar. The ED made list of those particular gift items, and after their assessment, they have attached her properties worth more than 7 crore rupees. Yeah.
Let's come back to you in a moment from now, playing out this report on how Super Chor Sukesh swindled Jacqueline Fernandez. This report gets you all the details of how he duped her.
India Today has accessed Jacqueline Fernandez's full statement to the Enforcement Directorate, where she reveals how Sukesh conned her. Jacqueline told the Enforcement Directorate that Sukesh tried to get in touch with her in December 2020 and January 2021, but she did not respond to his calls. She then went on to say that Sukesh got in touch with her makeup artist, impersonating a call from Union Home Minister Amit Shah's office. Sukesh told Jacqueline's makeup artist that the actor must get in touch with him as he is an important person. When Jacqueline did contact Sukesh, he introduced himself as the owner of Sun TV. He also said he's from the political family of former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha. Sukesh declared he was a big fan of hers and that she should do films in the South. He also told her that Sun TV had many projects lined up for her. After that, Jacqueline says she continued to stay in touch with Sukesh. In fact, when the alleged conman was out on parole, the two stayed at a hotel in Chennai. Sukesh had in fact chartered a private jet for Jacqueline Fernandez to fly and meet him at Chennai. Questioned by the Enforcement Directorate at least 4 times, Jacqueline Fernandez admitted that Sukesh gave a loan of $150,000 to Jacqueline Fernandez's sister in the United States of America. She also said Sukesh had transferred 15 lakhs into her brother Warren Fernandez's account in Australia and that another 15 lakh rupees were delivered to Jacqueline Fernandez herself in person. She also said that Sukesh Chandrashekar had bought a horse for her. A heady cocktail of crime, cinema and bar. The Sukesh Chandrashekar extortion files continue to unravel. With Munish Pandey, Bureau Report, India Today.
So showered on Jacqueline worth 500 crore rupees. That's what the ED has said today, attaching assets, worth 7 crore rupees, and this includes a fixed deposit in Jacqueline Fernandez's name worth 7 crore rupees. The ED is looking into the role of Jacqueline Fernandez and whether she knew that the money that she was receiving from conman Sukesh Chandrashekar were actually proceeds of a crime. Jacqueline Fernandez has been questioned by the ED in the past as well, in which she has in fact said that she knew nothing about Sukesh Chandrashekhar's criminal background, his history, and that she was in fact a victim. She continues to be a person of interest for the ED that has attached her assets today. Possible questioning of Jacqueline Fernandez is expected in the next few days or so, is what Munish is telling us. Remember, this is an India Today exclusive. Munish will be joining us in a bit from now for more details on that big story, as the ED has today attached assets of Jacqueline Fernandez. Remember, conman Sukesh Chandrashekar was previously arrested by the ED for extorting 215 crores from a Delhi businessman's wife by impersonating officials of the Home Ministry and the Law Ministry. He is currently involved in a 5-year cheating case involving politician TTV Dinakaran. The ED has estimated that Sukesh Chandrashekar had showered gifts on Jacqueline Fernandez and was also trying to lure other actors. He also, in fact, had given several gifts to actor Nora Fatehi, who is a witness in this entire case. Sukesh Chandrashekar, as a report also reveals, had in fact given cash to Jacqueline Fernandez's sister in the US and a brother in Australia as well, and also hard cash to Jacqueline Fernandez. Munish, in fact, is back with us for more details on that. Munish, if you could throw a little more light on what to expect in days to come and whether there is a possibility that Jacqueline Fernandez be made an accused in this case.
Yeah, well, this is certainly very important, Neha, because the investigators are trying to recover the amount of money which was extorted by Sukesh Chandrashekar. So far, they have recovered almost 45 crore rupees. In addition to that, they have made an attachment of 7 crore rupees, which is the asset of Jacqueline Fernandez. But in the coming days, what ED is planning is to question Jacqueline Fernandez once again, because there are certain statements in which Jacqueline Fernandez's role is under suspicion, and when Jacqueline Fernandez will appear before the Enforcement Directorate, she might be confronted with those particular statements, the particular testimonies, and later on ED will decide whether she should be made accused in the case or she should be made witness in the case. So far, what ED has at this point of time against Jacqueline is the evidence suggesting that she received gift items worth more than 10 crore rupees. But whether she was aware that Sukesh is extorting a Delhi businessman's wife, whether she was aware that whether she was aware of the criminal background of Sukesh Chandrashekar, that is still not clear. And once that part becomes clear, then only ED will decide whether to make Jacqueline Fernandez accused in the case or witness in the case. But what is possible is that in the coming days, ED will also make few more attachments, including the assets of Jacqueline Fernandez.
Also, he's been involved in 2 cases when it comes to Sukesh Chandrashekar and Munish Shekhar. So the details of both of these cases, one involving TTV Dinakaran, the second one, of course, is in connection with the extortion matter, the extortion case in which he's been accused of deriving 215 crore rupees from the wife of a Delhi-based businessman who continues to be in jail.
Yeah, well, Sneha, Sukesh Chandrashekar is a person who started his criminal activities back when he was just 17-year-old. When he was 18, he was arrested for the first time for conning people. And since then, as of now, he is 33-year-old. And so far, in these many years, he has been arrested by the law enforcement agencies of different state police, right? In Chennai, in Bangalore, he has been arrested in Mumbai. And recently, when he was conning the people, he was arrested in TTV Dinakaran matter. As far as the criminal background of Sukesh Chandrashekar is concerned, he has been conning people from last almost 15 years. And in those 15 years, he has almost 32 cases against him. He is accused of extorting more than 1,000 crore rupees from these people. For every crime, he has gone to jail, but once he is out on bail, and even if he is in jail, he never leaves conning people. And when he was in Tihar jail, he made a racket which involved the officials of Tihar jail. It also involved officials from bank, and once he formed the racket, then he was running his business once again. In TTV Dinakaran matter, he was arrested by the Delhi police. Dinakaran was also made accused in the case, and recently the Enforcement Directorate also arrested Sukesh Chandrashekar in that particular case. Dinakaran was summoned twice by the ED and his statement has been recorded. Now, in that particular case, what Sukesh Chandrashekar did was that he got to know that Dinakaran was the 2 leaves symbol for his party people, and he approached Dinakaran saying that he can get that 2 leaves symbol, but he has to give 50 crore rupees to bribe the election commission officials. And as a token amount, he was given 2 crore rupees by Dinakaran, but the Delhi police got to know and he was arrested. He was arrested in the very same case when in 2020 he started spoof call to wife of a pharma businessman. That person was already in jail, and once Sukesh Chandrashekar got to know about the background of this businessman, he started calling the wife of that businessman, and in within 1 year, extorted 215 crore rupees. He spent those money on lavish lifestyle. He bought a bungalow, sea-facing bungalow in Chennai. He invested in his wife's business. So he was investing in a wife's business. He was investing in his personal lifestyle, and also crores of rupees were being used to gift expensive items to these Bollywood celebrities, which includes Jacqueline Fernandez and Nora Fateh. Also, he approached Bhumi Pednekar, Sara Ali Khan, and Janvi Kapoor.
Yeah. All right, Munish, be with us. I'll just come back to you in a few moments from now, playing out this report on Sukesh Chandrashekar from the Middle Eastern country, Bahrain, all the way to Mumbai's B-Town. The next report gets you actually all the details of Bollywood diva Jacqueline's 13-year journey in the Hindi film industry. Jacqueline Fernandez's assets have now been attached by the ED. We're getting you all details of that big story. Our coverage continues on the other side.